Been a while.
A minute or two.
Obviously lots happened in the last month or so. We've been pretty quiet. I really hadn't made any posts or videos or posted too many pictures from Charlotte. I feel like everybody has probably seen what has happened to this car by now, but I want to do a video, talk about a few things real quick, and more than anything, I got a lot of people I need to thank. But we'll get to that in a few minutes.
There you go.
Oh, well.
I'll link me right
Yeah, probably. Anyhow, so took both cars to Street Car Takeover Charlotte.
Yep.
Friday night, made a test pass. Alan, you come down till Saturday,
I
right?
think I'm doing. Yeah, Saturday was good for me.
So, as far as this car goes, we went to Shadyside and spun a bunch.
Yep.
We went to Union.
Spun a bunch.
Spun a bunch. Then we went to Mooresville. And a little shout out to the 704 Outlaw guys, David Knight. We'll be back to that track. That was a great time. Very well run race.
Awesome facility.
Yeah, nice track. Great
They've done
prep.
a lot.
It's first time I'd ever been there.
Love the ladies in the concession stand. Their trip.
Yes, we had a good time.
Yeah.
So first pass car left good. We had it turning. We kept turning it down a little bit at a time, and finally got it to leave at Mooresville. Car drove a little right, and I ended up just aborting the pass about half track, I guess. Came back, adjusted on the anti-roll a little bit, and
Put about a half turn in it. That's great.
and left good and made a decent lift, except for I let out of it early.
Yeah.
That's my fault. Anyhow. So we were excited about Charlotte. Friday night, made a test hit next to Atkins and made a pretty good pass. Didn't get it in the fourth gear because first quarter mile pass I've ever made, I wasn't even thinking about fourth gear. So Saturday morning, made another test pass. The car actually spun in third and would not go into fourth. But still, we were pretty confident about, I think, what we were going to do.
Yeah, but the track was still a little on the fresh side. They worked hard and prepped it. That was probably the best that we've ever felt Charlotte.
It's the best prep I've ever seen at Charlotte.
Absolutely. I mean, they do a great job for big tire stuff, obviously, but as far as small tire, radial stuff, it has never been there.
No. Just not set up yet.
No.
So first round of eliminations, everybody went up there and drew chips. We pulled Robbie Dollar in the Blue Mustang. We were the last pair down in the class. Car left good. Got a little right out of the groove. 100% my fault. And turned left. And I couldn't catch it. And I guess the rest is history. You can kind of see where we are now. Gosh, a lot has happened since then.
A lot has definitely happened. It was minutes after the wreck. We had a lot of people reaching out to me, wanting to know how he was doing and stuff like that. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know who all did. But my phone was going off from the time I pulled off of the access road where he was wrecked to the time I got back to the trailer. I know I had at least 20 or 25 messages from different folks. Yeah. People watching the live feed, people at the racetrack, people that heard from a friend already. Like that was, we're talking about, within a 15-minute time span. A lot of you guys checked on him, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely, that meant a lot. I don't know mean, I would dare say at one time there was 200 people around the trailer. At least.
Probably. Trying to help,
yeah.
you know, and it's.
Yeah, everything was greatly appreciated. The guy that hauled the car back here for me, I don't even know his name. I don't remember his name.
Dad rode with him, and they had a lot of conversation. And
yeah.
I'm trying to think of his name, and I can't. But
I know he used Josh's trailer.
Yep, used Josh's trailer. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
The dude wouldn't hardly even take money for fuel. Like it was all we could do to get him to take some money for that.
Yeah.
Just wanted to help.
Yeah, but for people, my dad was there. First time he'd ever been to the racetrack with us. First time he'd ever really been in that environment, and I think it meant a lot to him to see the camaraderie of what we call the race car family, for lack of a better term. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And he got to see that firsthand. So the next week was pretty much a blur. Me recovering, no broken bones, pretty beat up.
Pretty sore.
Yeah, I still feel it, kind of back in this area a little bit, but I'll live. The car did its job safety wise.
Yeah. Huge thank you to Midwest Chassis.
Absolutely.
Some of you probably know, some of you don't. They did all of the cage work in this car before we got it. And frankly, their name being on it is why we went and got this car.
Yes.
There was nothing else that really attracted us to it other than it had a awesome setup as far as cage, suspension, and stuff like that goes.
Absolutely.
And their hard work shows.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Midwest Chassis and Eric, for keeping my buddy safe.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
And Eric's actually reached out to me. He's one of the ones I was going to thank at the end of the video. But thank you, Eric. That it means a lot. I'm not going. Everybody's seen the car at this point, but as far as the driver's compartment inside the car, nothing moved as far as the cage is concerned. From the firewall forward, it's pretty tore up, but that's what's made to happen. So
there's not a whole lot you can do on a tube front end when it hits at 120 mile an hour.
It's crunched up pretty good. So Stephen and Lauren Eads reached out to us within a couple of days. Of course, they were both there at the racetrack.
Well,
with us the whole time.
The car wasn't off the rollback, and I'd already talked to Lauren.
Yeah.
Basically, and they wanted to know what they could do to help, and at this point, I didn't know if there was anything.
Right.
Because we hadn't really had a whole lot of conversation other than me yelling at the guy about where to put the car. And
yeah.
So that was the willingness to help was really quick.
Yeah, everything got put on hold really for a couple of weeks because, I mean, at that point, I didn't know what I was going to do. Was I going to look for another car? Was I going to sell everything and say the hell with it for a little while? I didn't know. I needed to sit and gather my thoughts for a little bit and figure out what was a good plan for me going forward. It probably took me a week and a half or 2 weeks, but I probably figured it out before that. I'm not done racing. If I had the car together for 2 years making passes and racing, that may have been a different decision. I don't know. But
well, we had talked about that a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like if it had been the computer car, and in my situation, I would have parted out everything that was good. I'd have hung it up in the corner in here somewhere. And the car will never go anywhere, but it at some point they all get retired one way or the other. And you know, after I guess we've raced mine now 5 years.
every bit of it.
And it's won a lot of races.
Yep.
And has done a lot of things. And I could have, knowing that we had 2 cars in the shop, I could have hung it up on the wall and been done for quite a while and not thought anything about it. But with this one, it's a little different.
Yeah, that was the 10th pass on the car and the 4th or 5th pass that it actually left.
Yeah, maybe 4.
Yeah. So I decided, you know what, I'm ready to start looking, or at least start having the conversation. So I reached back out to Lauren and Steven. She had been talking to Alan the whole time.
Yeah, I talked to Stephen and Lauren and Jonathan Atkins and Josh Burkhart
Yeah.
a good bit until Troy's ready to have a conversation.
Right. So kind of talked to them a little bit about what they thought, what they had in mind. I reached out to Josh. We came up with a price we were happy with on both. I think both happy with on his car. Took a couple weeks. I moved some stuff around, and last Saturday we took my motor and transmission to Rock Solid Motorsports and bought Josh's car. I'm sure you guys have been keeping up with them. Steven's been sending me a ton of pictures. I think I posted most of them. Did a great video the day we were there, and I didn't realize he would have that posted the next morning, but he did. Mm-hmm. He is obviously a much more seasoned YouTuber than I am.
Yeah, I don't know we're seasoned at all.
No, but so they're putting the motor and transmission in the car, changing the cross member for the T56. They're doing the turbo kit, putting the wishbone in the back, putting the Tick Performance torque boxes in the back, and then we'll go pick the car up, wire it and plumb it, and do a couple other little things. We got to do some stuff with the doors and everything, but
yeah,
I mean, at that point we're ready to go racing. Really, we could put power on the windows where they'll roll up and down and go racing if that's what we decide to do.
And we may.
We might. I don't know. We hadn't really got there yet. We probably won't until we get the car here.
Right.
But
it depends on what time of year.
Yeah.
That comes close to. You know, if all of our tracks are closed, there's no reason in rushing and putting it back together. So, you know, it depends on how quick winter gets here.
Yeah.
More so than anything, I think.
Right. I agree. But just a really long list of people that we need to say thanks to. And please forgive me if I leave anybody out, because it's a bunch of people and a bunch of companies. Stephen and Lauren Eason, Rock Solid Motorsports.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what to say. They were there the whole time. Lauren was. Hell, she took the video that most of you saw from half track. I'm sure you heard her screaming when the wreck happened, and she actually jumped the fence and was standing down there next to me when I got out of the car. Among a lot of other people.
And she also did make some killer pancakes and one and brought them to the trailer.
She did.
That was pretty awesome.
But they've been over backwards to help us out to get me back on the track as quickly as possible. Jonathan Atkins and Tick Performance. He's another one that I don't know how to thank him enough.
No, he's definitely one of those people that wants to see every stick shift racer do good and is willing to help them.
Yes.
We like to give him a hard time.
Yes.
But we really, neither car would have been where it was at without him.
No, not at all.
I mean, that's just plain and simple facts. Definitely did a lot for my program.
Yep. And the new car will be the same way. I mean,
yeah.
he doesn't care to do whatever he has to do to be wherever to help you out any way he can.
Right.
Hargett Automotive and Performance. I had 10 or 15 people come up to the car that Saturday at Street Car Takeover before the wreck, and we're looking at the sticker on the wing, the HAP sticker, and asking me who that was. Ryan Hargett and Brent Sinclair are from up in Indiana, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
They've got a shop called Hargett Automotive and Performance, and we just happened to cross them guys. I put a post out last year sometime when I was looking to buy the turbo. Brent Sinclair reached out to me and is a dealer for forced inductions, and that's who I ended up buying the turbo from. The rear wheels that were on this car, Alan bought the rear wheels on his car for it.
Tires.
We bought tires from him. I bought my carbon PST drive shaft from him. We ended up dealing with him quite a few times, and he was giving us good deals on stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he was obviously one of the ones that reached out after the wreck, and pretty much said, when you get your head right, figure out what you're doing, call me and let me know if there's anything we can do to help. Well, I sent him a picture of the turbo. The housing in between the
center section.
The center section of the turbo was broken. So I just sent him a picture of it and said, is this something you think can be fixed? He sent it to Jose. Jose said, send it to me. So I had Alan package it up, ship it out. Got a phone call probably a week later, or a message from Brent saying, this is what we can do. We're going to help you take care of getting this turbo fixed. And again, I can't say enough for the people that had backed us up. And we've never met these guys. I mean, it's just we bought a few pieces here and there from them, but they're willing to have our backs and help us out when we need it. And that means a ton. They will absolutely continue to be a part of our program from here on out.
And if you need weld wheels, or a PST drive shaft, or a turbo, stuff like that, definitely check them out.
Yes.
They are on the ball. Usually, like, they had my wheels in stock. I can't remember if they had yours.
They didn't have mine in stock, but that was a weld thing.
Yeah.
That was kind of when everything was real funky last year, and
I just got lucky and they had a set of magnums.
yeah, everybody was waiting on stuff, and it took a little while to get them. But every time I reached out to Brent, he was on the phone with Weld and would give me an update. So, I mean, the communication was great, and that was really all I was looking for. As long as he could tell me what was going on, I didn't have an issue with the weight.
No. It was what it was.
The drive shaft, they actually quoted a month or so to get it.
Right.
And I had it in like 4 or 5 days. It was ridiculous. It showed up at the house. I didn't even know what it was. So that was cool. Obviously, we'll be having to get another one of those. But
Yeah, it's a tunnel.
yeah. So just good people. And I hadn't told you this. I think he's signing up for Devon's Dragon Drive.
Oh yeah.
So he'll be down this way. I hope they come.
Well, if he is, he needs to look us up.
Yeah, I want to get out, or I'm gonna get out Shadyside or Carolina or one of them, and make sure I meet him.
Yeah, well, we will be there for that.
Absolutely. So that'll be a good time. Jared Kokenauer with Race Proven Performance. He's another one. He's just a good friend of ours. Jared's part of the stick shift community. All of you know Mr. Six Speed.
Yeah.
Had the Black C5 and is now building a 3rd gen Camaro. Just a good dude. He reached out, wanted to help. Just good people. I don't know any other way to put it. He's just again, somebody that's going to be part of our program from here on out. I don't want to leave out Parker Speed.
No.
And almost did. J.R. Parker did the turbo kit for this car originally. Just another good dude. We've known J.R. for years and years. Before we were really racing, especially more than we were racing as seriously as we are now. But
that was back in the old.
J.R. is local to us, Parker Speed. He's what, 45 minutes from here? Maybe. Just another one. Another good person. Will help us with anything we need. Came out and shot and did some welding for us 6 months ago. Just another one of those that will do whatever he needs to do.
Yep. Check out his turbo flanges and mounts.
That's right.
Best there is.
I think I just saw he was starting to do motor plates for small block Fords.
Yes.
So that'll be something cool.
Very awesome.
And maybe seat brackets or something.
He's doing some seat brackets.
I think so. So check Parker Speed out. They got a lot of cool stuff. He's a one-man show with a CNC machine in his shop and builds some really cool stuff. Mentor Motorsports.
Oh yeah.
John Mellon, another one that's a great friend of ours. Both of us have their shocks on our cars. The new car's got Minsters on it. We met him through Brett Linville, and just a good guy. Has helped us out. Anytime we see him at the track, he's over there hanging out with us, giving us advice if we need it when it comes to suspension, and just another good dude. Can't go wrong with Minsters, in my opinion, anyway. A lot of people have their own opinions about suspension, but who am I leaving out?
We already talked about Midwest Chassis.
Yep. Eric and Midwest Chassis. Eric reached out to me a couple weeks ago asking me if I needed anything. That means a ton. We both used Midwest Chassis for years and years, and
I've probably bought 5 rear ends from them.
right. And everything underneath both of these cars was all Midwest Chassis stuff. They make great stuff.
Definitely. That was, as hard as everything hit, that fabricated 9-inch isn't bent.
Yeah, no, I'm speaking of, I'm gonna have a fabricated 9-inch for sale for an
Yeah.
F-body.
With a torque arm.
Yeah, with a torque arm and axles if somebody needs it.
Yeah, we got a long or a short torque arm that go on that.
Yeah. So I'll be still working on figuring out what I'm using off of Josh's car, what I'm gonna swap out. So there'll be some stuff coming up for sale probably in the next month or two. Some of the stuff that's in his car now, or some of the stuff that came out of this car that I'm not going to need. But you guys just keep an eye on us on Facebook or YouTube or wherever, and you guys will see that stuff pop up.
Yeah, it's kind of like we need to have a flea market or something. And, yeah. I've got stuff piled up that I'm not going to use.
Yep.
Between the truck build and this and that.
Yeah.
Stuff we've done over the years, we haven't got rid of a thing.
We don't get rid of much.
No, so
And somehow winter's coming. I don't know how it's August, but I want to say I'm gonna be able to make a test pass in my car before the end of the year. I don't know that. For sure, but that's what I'm hoping for.
a lot of monsters away.
Yes.
As
But
close as that car is.
at the same time, I don't know that I'm interested in working every damn weekend for 2 years trying to do it. And I know it's a lot closer. It's not going to take that, but
No.
but we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and a lot of long days into this car, and kind of got my feelings a little bit, but it happens.
Yep, sure does.
I'm safe, and I just appreciate everybody that has reached out, to Alan, called, text, messaged, whatever.
John Dock.
John Dock, he is another one. He's another one that reached out. The LS Nasty guys. We actually happened to be at the track when Matt wrecked.
Yep.
Just a few weeks before my wreck.
And a very similar situation.
It was eerily a similar wreck. But glad those guys are all right. Thank you to those guys for reaching out and offering to help in any way they can. I think that's about it that I really wanted to get out. I don't know if there's anybody. I don't think there's anybody I missed, but it always scares me. Thank you to Josh Burkhart.
Oh yeah.
He didn't have to sell that car, I'm sure, but
Didn't have to sell it before he sold it for you.
right. We're gonna put it to good use, I promise. The car's got, obviously, Rock Solid Motorsports has done all the work on the car. It's got one of their high and tight 25.5 cages. Steven went over most of it in the other video. It's a nice car. It's got a lot of good stuff underneath it. And we're going to put a T56 in it and see if we can hurt some feelings, I guess.
We're going to try to blow the rest of the clear coat off that thing.
Yeah, we're going to do something. It's going to stay teal for quite some time, because like Alan said in Rock Solid's video last weekend, I have zero interest in painting another car.
Yeah. Brandon Hurdle, speaking of painting.
Yep.
He reached out, offered to help us fix this car if we wanted to. He's a body guy by trade.
Yep.
does some beautiful, beautiful work.
Yes, and Brandon, I will be reaching out to you about the new car. I'm not sure what direction I want to go yet. I'd really like to put it back tail, just being honest, but we'll have that conversation when we get there. That's going to be, I'm going to say that's going to be next winter. I don't think I'm going to be interested in doing it this winter, because I really love to take. We're going to take one of these cars to Bradenton. I don't know which one yet. We took Alan's car to Bradenton Street Car Takeover this past February and had a ball.
Some of the most fun we've had.
The weather was perfect. It was actually a little cool, believe it or not. The Florida folks were freezing to death, but it actually felt pretty
we were
nice.
hot. Yeah, we left snow and ice. Truck trailer was filthy when we got down there.
It felt pretty nice to us, but I have every intentions of going back down there next February with something. I don't know if it's going to be Alan's car or my car, but that's the plan. But,
yeah, pretty much. My plan is we'll get your car back when we're able to start making some test passes. My car is probably going to be done. Probably done for a little bit. We got some stuff we need to do to mine.
yeah.
My car's in some need of some love.
It is.
We have beat on that car like it owes us money.
That's for sure.
For the last 5 years.
It just keeps going.
It just, I'm telling you, we've been very lucky with that car.
We're gonna put her on a little bit of a diet too.
It's going on a diet. It's already. I get jokes about it being as light as it is with mostly stock body panels. And it's still got the door panels in it and stuff like that. Roll up windows. Still tagged and insured, believe it or not. So I think things are going to change a bit. We're going to get a little more serious about it. But so yeah, when this car or new car is making passes, I'll probably take a step back. But that will only be after we make all the street car takeover events we can.
Right.
And that'll be it. Make all of our local races that we're obligated to.
Yeah, there's lots. It's just been a weird year. I mean, even without the wreck, it's just Bristol Street Car Takeover got rained out, and we were both really looking forward to that race.
Peter Carr's not been down Shadyside Dragway all year.
That's just weird. That doesn't even make any sense.
Nope. But when's the stick race been?
There hadn't been.
Nope.
That's why.
Nope. So I think they forgot about it.
Yeah, Corey Stamper, we're talking to you. I know you got one coming up Labor Day weekend. We're gonna be there, but you gotta do something about that no prep back of the tracks junk and get back to your roots.
Yeah. Have to wait on Dennis to have his race.
That's right. That's right. Dennis, I'm sure, will put us on. That's usually what, first week in November.
Fall Brawl,
right? Yeah. We hadn't forgotten West Clamp Outlaw Society. Some of y'all saw the post from last couple weekends ago. We were on our way to Knoxville, and
ran out of spare tires for the trailer in Newport.
We ran out of spares in Newport. Blew one before we made it to Canton. Blew another one in Newport, and that was all we had. So we had to.
Well, we're pretty superstitious too when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some told us it's time to turn around.
It was time to turn around and go back home. And we actually talked yesterday. We're gonna get Alan's car over here on the lift tomorrow and give it a good once over. Just I don't know. Both of us are thinking maybe we've missed something. Something needs to be touched on that car. So we're gonna make sure we give her a little bit of love and make sure she's ready for the next one.
I mean, it's not nearly as temperamental as some of the local turbo cars are, but it's still going. We still need to touch it a little bit.
Yeah, we need to love on it a little bit. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm gonna make some posts we got coming up. But we're taking Alan's car to Street Car Takeover in Virginia in 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks after that's the Labor Day race at Shadyside.
Yep.
We're talking about Steele, Alabama Street Car Takeover. And
If stars align, we're going to go to Darling.
yeah, I wasn't gonna say that, but I've got my fingers crossed on Darlington, and that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But Darlington Streetcar Takeover, I'm gonna be there one way or the other, because even if Alan's doesn't take his car, I'll be there helping Brett Linville in his new car, trying to get things shut down a little bit, and hopefully we can get him headed in the right direction. I know Eric and David are helping him a bunch too. I'm just gonna shoot if I go air his tires up or pack his parachute, whatever I can do to help him.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. You got anything else?
Safety crew at ZMAX.
Safety crew at Z.
Awesome.
That guy, the EMT that come and talked to me, one of the coolest people I've ever been around. Took good care of me, got me good and checked out. Wanted to take me to the hospital, but I wasn't prepared for that.
No.
Then Brett made me go to the hospital later on. But
Yeah, that's that. Yeah.
it's just kind of the way that worked out. But
Yeah, even though me and the rollback driver had our outs,
that's all right.
he come up and we hugged it out.
Yep.
Everything was fine after that. It just a lot of tension.
Yeah, Chase and Justin was streetcar takeover. Chase actually came down to where the wreck was, talked to my dad while they were all standing there, and they were getting me out of the car. Super cool with him. I appreciate you guys. We've kind of had a love-hate relationship with the Streetcar Takeover Charlotte, mostly because of the track prep and the size of the event. They did a fantastic job this year.
Oh yeah.
The track-
Every event has been
Yes.
amazing.
Charlotte's just a crowd. It's always their biggest event of the year. I don't know if it has been this year or not. I'm assuming it is. But there's just so many people, so many cars. They're trying to get all of them down the track. Whatever they changed this year, the track was prepped as good as it's ever been, and the race ran as good as I've seen it run. I think they ran the stick shift finals at 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And the last 2 or 3 years they've run into curfew at midnight and not gotten it done. So high five to those guys for getting that figured out and getting that thing running like it needs to. We'll be coming to y'all's races, as many of them as we can, as long as you guys are putting them on.
Yep. Sure will. Sure will.
Well, guys, I appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, tell us what you like, don't like. I'll share the video to our Facebook page, probably my Facebook page. Alan will probably do the same. But you guys tell us what you want to see. Obviously, there's going to be another car being built, but hopefully by the time we get it here, it's going to happen pretty quick. If I had to guess, I mean.
Yeah, we got that build going.
Yeah.
I've got my truck. We're trying to get some headway on it.
Yeah.
Ran into a couple of issues, just trying to get parts and stuff like that. Trying to figure out which direction I want to go with it and how serious I want it to be. Which it's my street vehicle. I don't care anything about racing.
Right. It's going to take a racetrack if I had to guess.
More than likely. I mean, it'd probably be for fun. Ain't gonna be anything fast.
Right.
It'll be the joke of the day. 1,000 horsepower truck
Yep.
going 7 modes.
For those that don't know, OBS truck, what model is it? What year?
It's 89.
89.
300 Cheyenne.
It's going to be a turbo LS motor,
406, built by Tip Performance.
MT56 Magnum.
With 9-inch rear.
So, be Holly.
Holly EFI.
I don't know if it'll be HP or what. But
Probably HP, because I mean, I'm not trying to. I don't have to go into any kind of boost builder crap with that. It's basically going to see a gate pressure, and that's just what it's going to be.
For now.
Yeah.
After wiring this car, the next one's not near as intimidating to me, so I'll get my car wired up, then hopefully we can start wiring on Allen's and get everything running here pretty quickly and get everything rolling.
Yeah. We'll be doing it. Be updating with some stuff and some action from the pewter car.
Mm-hmm.
Chasing fours with it.
That's right. We're so close. What's it, 502?
We've been something like that, 502, 504.
Yeah, something like that. It's close.
on just a 350 shot.
Trying to get a nitro stick car in the fours, and I think we're gonna get it before the year's over with. Who knows?
Well, there's a lot left on the table.
That's the plan.
Anybody doubts us on that
That's
is
right. That's right.
is going to be sorely mistaken.
So we'll try to do a little better job of keeping everybody updated. Like I said, the last month I've not really been interested in putting any videos together, but we're still here. We're back. We're gonna be digging on getting all this stuff done and running, and hopefully showing up at the racetrack and making believers out of folks. See what we can do. That's all I got, brother.
I ain't got anything else.
Thank y'all.